She's the group head of the Applications and Development Group and Government Portal and Website Development Group under the Consulting Services Office of the NCC. And she's currently the project manager of the National Payroll System and the technical head of the Project Management Guide, lead convener of Social Protection Support Initiative, among others. Help me welcome Ms. Grace Martha Amberong.
Thank you, Shay. Good afternoon. Morning. Okay, gising pa kayo. Sinadya ko talaga yun. Anyway, another project or another shared facility that iGov is putting forward is the electronic payment gateway. And this is one of the project conceived by the National Computer Center. It was tagged as eBayad. Okay, the eBayad is an internet-enabled application that will provide different channels for electronic payment for government services. We know that government agencies is putting their services online, but there is no an end-to-end solution because you can conduct the service online, but you have to go somewhere else to put to pay for that particular service. So this is one application that the iGov project is putting forward so that we can have now an end-to-end solution. So you have the online service, and you now have the online payment, and you have the online delivery of services, depending on what service or what product you're gonna get from the government. Okay, now, so where do we go? Okay, I'm sorry. Oops. Where are you? Okay, sige. So as I've mentioned, eBayad is an internet-based application system designed to handle payment so that citizens can do payment almost everywhere. No? So it's 24/7, so you can do your payment anytime, anywhere. And it uses various channel methods like credit card, debit card, mobile banking, and SMS. So why do we need to pay through eBayad? It provides convenience, so we can now pay at the comfort of our home, office, or just about everywhere 24/7. It also saves time and effort. So kagaya nga kanina, sabi niya, no, pila, mahaba, mainit. So this time you don't have to get out of your office, to get out of your homes, so you can conduct the service online and you can. So you don't hindi ka na hindi ka na pipila, putan because you're now using online. And then it minimizes opportunities for graft and corruption. So alam mo na yung pera mo pasok sa gobyerno, hindi sa malapad na kamay. And for the architecture, eBayad will be following this. No? So agencies will connect, after doing the transaction online for the agency, with the agency, agencies will now be connected to eBayad. And eBayad will connect to the different payment channels, to the bank consortia, to the telco, or even card networks. For now, the eBayad has been pilot tested with DOST's one-stop OSIS, one-stop information shop, wherein there were two channels that were made available, and this is through the mobile wallet as well as the ATM account. We have partnered with BankNet for the payment through ATM, and we have partnered with Globe for payment using GCash. So how it is being done? Teka muna. Haha. Mali yung pinuntahan niya. Okay, so for BankNet as a payment channel, so here the citizen will conduct the transaction with the agency, then agency connects to eBayad, then eBayad connects to BankNet as the bank consortia, then BankNet connects to the issuer bank. So the issuer bank will now check whether that account has enough funding to support the fees that will be charged by the agency. Now, depending on the result of the transaction, a feedback message is forwarded to the banknet, then banknet forwards the message to eBayad, then eBayad forwards the message to the citizen as well as to the agency. So if the payment is correct, or if the amount is available, then the citizen will receive an acknowledgement page, an acknowledgement of the result of transaction. Now with banknet, we partnered with Land Bank as our settlement bank. So all collections will be lodged in Land Bank, and then Land Bank will now pay for the collection of the agency. Agencies will also have a facility to, in fact, with the payment gateway, agencies can verify online transactions that transpired. Similarly, with GCash, so with GCash, there are two implementations. So you can have payment of your transaction via the SMS, or you can conduct it online. So if the transaction is online, then details will be forwarded from the agency site. Payment details will be forwarded to eBayad. Then eBayad will now forward the message to Telco or GCash. And then GCash will now do an authentication. So the citizen will receive a message from GCash to check on the MPIN. So the user must reply with his MPIN identification, so that the transaction will be authenticated and processed. So depending on the amount available on the mobile wallet, then feedback will be forwarded to a citizen as well as to eBayad as well as to the government agency. Okay. Now, talks are also ongoing with credit card facility. So here, citizen can now use the credit card for payment of government transactions. So similarly, eto siya. Mali yung ano. Anyway. So, this is the credit card transaction. So, the citizen will transact over the net to that particular agency site. And then, payment details will be forwarded. That will now forward the information. The payment details will now forward the issuer bank. Depending on the credit limit and available credit, then transaction will be processed. To the credit card network, to by the our settlement bank is also Land Bank. So for now, the available is through ATM and through GCash. Okay. Oops. Yeah. So, as we have mentioned, the iGov project is putting forward facilities for government. No? So why do we need? Why should agents eBayad? One is that it is an ambitious project wherein it will provide a comprehensive payment facility. So for now, we have GCash and also looking into other payment facilities like credit card, Megalink, and other PayPal and other payment channels. So we're putting that into one window so that the citizen can choose any channel he wishes to use. No? And with eBayad, the agency did not develop an e-payment system. So it's already, it can be a shared facility, it can be a shared application. And there is no need for investing into an IT facility or infrastructure, since this will be hosted in the shared and with the eBayad and monitor and maintain the payment system. And I'm sure some of you has been collaborating or negotiating with payment facilities. If you will adopt that payment facility, they will require for an activation fee, right? So with eBayad, there is no activation fee required from the agency. And there is no need also to negotiate with entities providing e-payment facility, because the iGov project will do that for you. So we are collaborating in the development of the payment gateway or the eBayad. We've been discussing with DOF, with BSP, with COA, with BIR, and all those oversight entities. So process anymore, because the iGov project will do that for you. And the eBayad is also secured to ensure integrity and prevent unauthorized access. As of now, eBayad is already implementing the GSID, or the government or the shared global server ID. So it's also implementing encryption, so that data that is passed from one point to another is already encrypted. Now that security, we will also be implementing the PKI, so that yung integrity and authentication, as well as yung non-repudiation, will also be achieved when you use eBayad in your online transactions. And another benefit for the agency is that it reduces the risk of handling cash. So this is now a cashless transaction, so that the citizen need not bring their cash anymore, and the cashier need not get that cash deposited the following day, because the payment is already credited to the account of the agencies. So they are enhancing their system so that it can be integrated with eBayad. And then the NCC itself is also has developed its own ICT proficiency examination application, online registration. Then we have also contracts with CITEM for their trade expositions and missions for conduct national exhibits. Then we have also signed up with PESA. In fact, the PESA application was developed by NCC for their zone locators. And then we have, ito yung pilot namin, yung sa DOST, yung one-stop information shop for mature technologies. Then we have yung IPO for the payment of intellectual property registration or certificates. Then we have Bureau of Food and Drugs. Actually, Food and Drugs, no? They signed up also with us for the registration of their product on. And then so for the SWD, we developed the e-donation system, so that in this, for those philanthropic people, they can use the e-donation system to donate amounts from for the SWD. What else? Okay. Now, how can agency connect to eBayad? There are two major requirements here. We have the technical and the business requirement. For the technical requirement, there is a need to review the e-service page of the agency, wherein the connection to the payment gateway will be lodged. And then there's a need to modify the service page so that the application program interface, or the secured institution application program interface, will be integrated. And this Shopee will provide the linkage from the agency site to the eBayad. And for the business requirement, there is a need to sign up for a MOA or a MOU to define the roles and responsibilities of the agency and the NCC. And of course, it is enjoined that the agency promote use of eBayad for their customers. And for now, the settlement bank for ATM, BankNet, and GCash is with La Bank. We are also looking at the Philippine Veterans Bank as one of the settlement banks. Okay. So here, for the application, let's say this is your online system, there is a need to put that button, the pay button or the eBayad button, so that it will be connected to the